Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channel message for the collective. We are just going to jump right in and get started. We have charms and message cards and different oracles. I think we're just going to start today with the Final Rose Tarot. We're going to let Spirit have its choice as far as what messages come through. And we're going to see what Spirit's got. The Contestant. Yeah, I was kind of... Okay, so I'm being drawn to this card. I pulled a few cards this morning that kind of jumped out just to see if any type of topic was coming out this morning. But I wasn't sure if it was going to come back out in the reading. What I was getting, excuse me, my allergies are terrible. What I was getting this morning was about someone, it's like almost being entered into a competition. But you had no idea. It's like someone was looking at you as their biggest competition when it comes to a love situation, as if you were the one standing in their way of getting this guy or getting this girl. It's a really strange dynamic. I feel like you didn't even realize you were involved in this situation, or I think it's just a very strange scenario. I don't know if this person has been plotting or wishing for your downfall, because it looks like you're coming out on top and you weren't even trying. Okay, so that's for someone. First impressions. Yeah, I feel like you just shine. You just stand out. I feel like it says first impression, but I hear first choice. So I feel like you are this person's first choice when it comes to love. Let's see. The Lovers, yeah. The Choice, yeah. And then, oh, I'm so sorry. A lot of interruptions this week. Let's see. The Host. I feel like there are people who've actually been watching this situation unfold. It is the strangest type of situation. I feel like you're coming out on top as the winner, and you've not even really been participating. You've literally just been living your life and shining like you do. And I feel like this bachelorette has been scoping you out, and there's someone that apparently wants them. I feel like maybe you've already started seeing this person, or this person is coming in. But I feel like since we have a host here, I kind of feel like a lot of eyes are actually on this situation and on you and this main character here. Let's keep going. The proposal. I feel like this could be something along the lines of out to dinner or for coffee, just for the opportunity to get to know you better. The Free Spirit. Yeah, I kind of feel like this is your energy. I feel like you are the free spirit in this situation. Like I said, I feel like you're doing your own thing. You're shining. You're probably involved and focused on self. And I feel like that's extremely attractive to this bachelorette. So let's keep going. Cocktail party. They may have seen you out with friends, or celebrating a major milestone in your life in some way, and that could have drawn this person's attention. I feel like you're it. You're the winner is what I keep hearing. You're the one that's gotten this person's attention. And I feel like you aren't even trying. Not even trying. I feel like you're very interesting, or I hear intriguing. So perhaps the things that you do are outside of the norm, or just different from this person's everyday, I hear logical way of walking through the world. So perhaps you're an artist or an entertainer of some sort. I feel like whatever it is that you do, the way you shine is intriguing to this person. I feel like they're optimistic about this connection with you. They're hoping that they can kind of be invited into your life. I feel like they want to be there to celebrate with you. I feel like this person has also celebrated their own milestones and celebrated their own blessings in this life. And I feel like they've worked very hard to get where they are. So they've recognized you as an equal in that way, is what I'm kind of getting. Silver lining. Yeah, there may have been someone trying to interfere or hold this person back from kind of stepping towards you. Yeah, I really think you are just that. You're the one that they want to hand that rose to. You're the one that they want to choose. I feel like whatever it is, you have it. The edit. Yeah, they're cutting others out. They may actually be in the process of cutting others out. This could be, they could have been one to date around, and maybe they're just cutting out the other options now because they want to step towards you. Let's see. The limo. Yeah, I feel like they really want to wow you. Like they want to take you out on a date. They want to take you somewhere that impresses you, or they want to be impressive to you. Yeah. They don't want to be rejected. I feel like maybe that's why I feel like they're coming in big, or trying to make kind of like a showy entrance to get your attention. I feel like maybe they've tried to get your attention in the past, and maybe you were so self-focused that you didn't see their attempt. So that may be for some. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like you're the boss. I feel like you're the boss, whether you're masculine or feminine. I feel like in your own life, you are the lead role, the lead character. And I feel like that's how this person sees you. You're the one that comes up with all these really great ideas, and you run with them. And I feel like maybe whatever this great idea or ideas were, you've sort of made a living out of this, or created happiness in your life out of these ideas or these talents. And I feel like it really shines to this person. Like, I feel like they're kind of in awe by you. This was in reverse, but I kind of want to put it in the upright. So we will, but what I kind of get from that is maybe they thought before in the past, if this is someone who's been around for a while or kind of scoping you out for a while, that you just didn't want to open up to them. I kind of feel like maybe they thought you were just too self-focused about what you were trying to create in your life, that you didn't kind of have time for them. They might have taken that as like a rejection or a little hit to the ego. I don't feel like it's anything major, but I do think I do feel like people flock to this person that wants to come in towards you. I feel like they're kind of showy, this person. I get peacock in my mind. So for others of you, they've watched you bloom into this really, like, I hear boss lady or boss man type of energy in your life. And I feel like that's also really attractive. Like, you started out from very little and really have built yourself up into something phenomenal, or you're on that way or on that path. I feel like they see that very clearly. I do keep getting the fact that they want to celebrate with you. They want to be part of that celebration. Not to say that they helped you get there in any way. I just feel like they want to be part of your winning season, if that makes sense. I hear they want to eat with you. So yeah, I hear wine and dine, expensive meals. So that might be this person's style that's kind of coming in. They're also viewing you as fresh meat. So you could just be fresh on the dating scene, or opening yourself up to maybe dating around. So that's for some. Let's see. The daydreamer. I feel like this is you in this situation. I feel like you have dreamed up the life that you're now living, or you're on the path to that. I feel like you're a really talented manifester. I feel like you've got this vision, and then you put the action towards it to actually make it happen. And I feel like that really shows. And I feel like it doesn't just show to this person, but it shows to everyone around you. I feel like I hear encouraging or encourager. So you might be encouraging others to step onto their path and walk in their purpose and follow their bliss. Um, just by, I hear lead by example. So you're setting that example that you can step outside of the norm and create something with longevity and financial security. I feel like there's both of that in there. Let's see, first date. Yeah, I feel like this person really wants to step forward and have that first date with you. Send home. Maybe they feel like you might reject them. I feel like that is one of the biggest worries. I feel like this person's ego is at stake. I feel like they really work hard to maintain a certain air about themselves. Not that I feel like they're a fake or a fraud in any way. I do feel like they wear a slight mask in public, if that makes any sense at all. I do feel like it's to, I hear just maintain image. I feel like this person has more to offer than just monetary things, but I feel like they don't let that many people close to them to actually get to that point of knowing. I hear innermost facets. So this person may have a very rich inner world as well as a wealthy outer world, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I saw this in reverse. So we have competition, and I kind of feel like I want to leave it in reverse. I hear they want to blow the competition out of the water. So they may feel like there are people competing for your attention or that they have to compete for your attention. I feel like maybe in the past, if this is someone who's been hanging around for a while, they may appear uninterested or they may appear as if they're kind of just watching the show. But I feel like they're really trying to figure out if they can crush the competition. I feel like that's what they want to do. They want to come out on top. They want to have you on their arm. So let's see. Reflection. I feel like maybe the way you move through the world has caused this person to take a little time out for themselves to really look at the reflection to see what they're putting out. I feel like you're very authentic, and I feel like maybe you've made this person stop and take a look in the mirror. Like, am I putting my best foot forward? Should I let more facets of myself shine for the world? I feel like you've caused, I hear a cause for pause. So I feel like it's in a very healthy way that you've almost inspired this person to, just take stock of themselves. I feel like that's really healthy. I hear for the wrong reasons, but it was in reverse. So maybe before, this type of person would have been in it for the wrong reasons, to kind of utilize you to higher elevate themselves in their social status. I feel like you are being looked at as an asset. I hear lux. So there's something about you that gives off that air. And I don't even know if it has to do with monetary wealth. I feel like that's just kind of the energy you possess. I hear siren energy. I hear something about messages on social media. So, this person may watch your social media accounts. They may feel that you're talking to many other people. Kind of goes back to the competition and wanting to come out on top. Now we have drama in reverse. So I feel like they want to come to you in a no nonsense type of way. I feel like they feel that you would appreciate that. If no beating around the bush, just, hey, I'm really interested in you. I was thinking maybe we could go grab dinner or even grab a coffee or just take a little time to get to know each other. Or this could be almost like, I'm interested in what you do for business and how you've sort of propelled yourself forward. They may even come to you kind of making it seem like they could use some extra business ideas or some inspiration as to how to move forward on their business. I feel like they would genuinely listen to you and your ideas and your opinions, because I feel like they are very like I hear spot on. Um, but I feel like, they're just trying to kind of think up things that they could kind of get you to really chat about, or chat you up about. So let's keep going. The Bachelorette in reverse. I feel like they definitely want to take you off the market. I feel like with any luck at all, they'll be able to walk away with you on their arm. I feel like, and that would, in a way, I feel like kind of feed their ego, but I don't feel in any way, shape, or form that is their only goal, is to make themselves look better or to elevate their own status, or their own look. We have the meathead, and I kind of feel like they don't want to come across that way. I feel like they kind of want to bring a new energy into the mix when they step forward. I feel like I hear on your A game. So I kind of feel like this person knows that if they come to you in a way that doesn't seem right for you, that you could just say no. And they really don't want that. They don't want to come across as being too arrogant. Maybe they've heard something about the fact that you're not really into that type of egoic energy, but they still want to be a little flashy. So I guess they're trying to find like the balance or the line, like the fine line to walk. Okay, yeah, they just want to be that front runner. Okay, check on the bottom. Okay, it says the mansion. So I kind of feel like they do have dreams about being that winner. I feel like I hear fondest daydream, which they kind of want to make a reality as well. So they want to have this type of situation with you. They want to build with you, grow with you, maybe create something really beautiful financially with you. So they've kind of already daydreamed about how you would fit into their world. Yeah, I hear, I heard it's a gamble. I feel like they look at you as it being a gamble. I mean, are they really going to come out on top? And I feel like they feel like their ego would take a hit if you said no. So let's see. We've got this situation stack, which I haven't used. I've used maybe once. So we're going to check this deck. I feel like it's got some good energy. Is there anything else we can add to this spirit? Divine masculine. Okay. I feel like that's how they want to cross. They want to come across in this very masculine energy, in this very, I hear authoritative. So authoritative type of manner. Like they know, not that they know better, but they know best. Maybe how to guide you. I feel like they want to come across seeming like they have something that you need, maybe so you won't say no. I don't feel like that's in a bad way or in a toxic way. I just feel like they're trying to figure out how they can really stand above the competition. And they feel like if they have something more to offer you that you'd be interested in, then they'd be, the prime pick. So let's see. Single. Yeah, they may be trying to showcase the fact that they're single around you. That may be how you recognize that this person is actually into you. I feel like for me to say actually interested in you, I feel like they put on an air as if they're not interested or they're not looking. But I feel like the whole time they've really just been scoping out the situation. Anxiety, panic, scared. Yeah, this person may have a little bit of anxiety stepping forward. Yeah, this may be mentally, just mental stress. Threatened, embarrassed. Yeah, I feel like they don't want to be embarrassed. I don't know if they're planning on asking you out publicly or in a public situation or a social situation. I feel like they feel that it would make the biggest impression. I feel like they're kind of trying to showcase they're brave. But they're really, really, it's like I hear hope upon hope that you're not going to turn them down. I hear something about a crumbling, like, social situation. So I don't know if they're trying to figure out if they could do that. Yeah. Now, this doesn't have to be a masculine. This could be a feminine as well. So, take it how it resonates. We have love, adore, admire, enchantment. Yeah, I feel like maybe they're ready for a real connection in their life. They might have been, more self-focused. And I feel like kind of like you, building something up for yourself, or trying to create stability for yourself, and then maybe having enough to share. And I feel like maybe they've gotten to that point in their life where they're like, okay, I have enough to share. So now I can pour something really relevant into this, shared cup. Synchronicities and signs. They may be receiving synchronicities and signs. You also may be receiving synchronicities and signs when it comes to this person. I kind of feel like, it could be number signs, could be song signs. You could see their name somewhere. And I hear something about butterflies. So that'll be for someone. A butterfly is a sign. So if you're thinking about this person and then you see a butterfly, I feel like that could be a sign. And I feel like it's also a sign from a loved one. So that's just another side note. You may see a butterfly and it reminds you of a crossed over loved one. I feel like that's just them. Your side note, that's just them letting you know that they're there and they're watching over you and they're walking with you. Okay. Okay, back to the reading. Karmic. Yeah, third party. I feel like you might look at this person as having a lot of options, and I hear problematic past or problematic past partners. Um, that might be a reason that you've kind of decided against this person. If there was like a past to this situation, they may have had problematic people around them, karmic type energies that just wanted to compete with you or wanted to, I hear, make you look bad. So that's a side note for someone else. I do kind of feel like, or for some of you, I feel like I don't think it really had too much of effect on this person aside from halting their movement. I don't think it really changed their mind. But maybe it was, again, I hear cause for pause. Cricket, silence. I feel like if there's a karmic in this situation, I feel like all the things that they're saying or all the things that they've said negatively about you in the past are kind of falling on deaf ears now. So I kind of hear crickets, that cricket sound. So they're meeting with silence at this point. Nobody's really taking them seriously. So if you've been dealing with a situation where people have been speaking poorly of you in group settings or social situations, I hear that's really starting to fall on deaf ears. I feel like they're looking at this karmic type person as just being a problem starter, being jealous. I feel like they realize this person's been walking around with green skin. So let's see. Escapade. Yeah, I kind of feel like this person has daydreams about maybe taking you on an exotic vacation or taking you to, I don't know, a place that you've been wanting to go. I feel like they just want to take you there. They want to be that person for you. That I hear cushy. So like a cushy lifestyle. I feel like they want to provide that. I feel like they've worked very hard to be able to provide that for a special person in their future. And I feel like they're looking at you as you are that, you're going to be that special person. I hear with any luck at all. So I feel like this person is, it's a strange kind of energy. It's like they're sure of themselves, but at the same time, they're not very sure of them, they're winning in this situation. Done. Lessons completed. Yeah, lesson learned. I feel like they're done dealing with certain types of people, and I feel like so are you. I feel like perhaps you've learned a lot of harsh lessons when it comes to karmics and certain soul connections. I feel like if you see red flags, you're out of there. And I feel like For some of you, you may have walked away from this person in the past. For some of you, this could be a new person. But for those of you who did kind of create some distance from this person in the past, I feel like they realize you were just done with the energy that they were kind of putting forth, because I see this circus tent with red flags. So you weren't buying tickets to the circus. You didn't want any more of the red flags. And I feel like that may have been that cause for pause back here, to like take a minute and look at self and see what we're projecting forward to the world, showing what facets we're really showing of ourselves. They might not have liked in that situation what they were seeing. So now maybe they're thinking, if I come back in, I can show a better side of myself, a more mature side of myself, a more dominant side of myself. I feel like it's like I want to show that I'm a leader, that I'm not just some follower, or I don't just listen to the crowd. So that's for some as well. We have alien telepathic dreams and songs. Yeah, again, with the signs, I feel like you are just getting different you may have something along the lines of telepathic communication with certain soulmates, where the bond is like really, really strong. I feel like that's more like twin flame, high level soulmate energy. But you'll know if that's for you. I don't feel like everyone experiences that specific level of connection, but it can certainly grow to that in a connection. Proof, show me receipts. You may be kind of saying to this person, like, let me see that you've let go of your past people, or that you're not dealing with certain people anymore, or that you're not this type of person. So that's for some. You want kind of proof before you decide whether or not you'd move forward with this person. Moving, physical location change. So for some of you, you could be moving. You could have moved away from this person in the past. I hear, or they could be moving closer to you for the future. Maybe, okay, I hear maybe buying or building a house closer to you. You may hear something about that within the next week or two. Excuse me. Let's see. The present now, being in the moment. Yeah, I feel like if this is a past situation, which it's not for everyone, but if it is, I kind of just feel like they want to live in the now and they don't really want to discuss too much of the past. But I feel like you might need to move forward with this person. Not that I feel like they wouldn't give you the truth. I feel like it just wouldn't feel like the most comfortable situation. I do feel like this person would be one to maybe try and weave around the uncomfortable situations. I hear they don't want to show weakness in any way. So that's for some. All right, let's pull from here. Let's see now with this situation or not. Let's see if there's anything else Spirit wants to say to the collective today. Ancestor guides. Okay. You may have ancestors on deck with you. I hear today. I hear it's someone's birthday today. So happy birthday. Yeah. I feel like you may be asking for assistance from divine, either when it comes to a connection or it comes to moving forward in your life. I feel like this could go either way, like in a job or creating that strong foundation for yourself. I hear a jumping off point. So for some of you, you're just stepping on a new journey. I hear trying to get that new project off the ground. So that's for some. And I feel like you're calling on spirit, you're calling on ancestors and guides and the divine to kind of assist you as you move through. Lack and doubts. So Spirit is kind of warning you against having a lack mindset, a poverty mindset. I hear it's going to slow you down. I don't believe it'll stop you in any way from moving forward. I feel like you've got that fight in you if you're just starting out. Or if you've been going through it and you're really just, you're still going, trying to create those dreams, keep going, keep going, keep going. You will get there. So yeah, warning against a poverty or lack mindset. I hear view things as if you already have them. Be grateful and thankful. Yeah, use gratitude. Say thank you for whatever it is that you want as if you already have it, and that will create the space for it. Okay, so how to manifest that in your life. Triggers disharmony and conflict. You may be coming out of a situation or actually going through a situation where there's disharmony, and you may be triggered with a partner or a family member or a friend group, I hear. So that's for some. If you feel like you have people in your life who don't see you clearly, I hear wish bad on you or don't see the truth of your intentions. I hear create a little distance. It's okay to create a little distance to help them see with clarity. Some may see it eventually and some may not. Okay. I hear not everyone is going to love you. Not everyone is going to like you. But there will be those few. So be okay with the ones who can't find it in themselves to love you or see the good in you. That has something to do with them, and it truly, truly has nothing to do with you. I feel like just stand in your love, stand in your light, and keep moving forward, okay? If this is a friend group and you have to let them go, now they may have been there for quite a while. I hear a stable in life. I hear up until this point. So if that's the case and it is a friendship that's crumbling or a friend group that's crumbling for you specifically, it may be time. I hear they're not going where you're going. So it may be time to cut that cord and take a little time for healing and then put yourself back out there to meet new people, new soul family, new soul friends. I feel like if you create that space, they will come in, right? So that's for someone who's struggling with not feeling supported and loved in that friendship anymore or that relationship anymore. Let's see, we have forgiveness and apology, but we had it in reverse. So I kind of want to say that if you're waiting on an apology from the past to move forward, just know that you don't need that apology. You yourself can offer that person forgiveness. You can say, I forgive you. And you don't even have to say it to them. You can mentally say, I forgive you for whatever they've done in the past. But don't wait on an apology. Sometimes that apology never comes, and you have to just be strong and know that, they may never see you with clarity. They may never see the situation the way you see the situation. But don't let that stop you from moving forward and doing so in a really beautiful way. Okay. Offer that to yourself. This could be that could have been in a love situation. Somebody could have done you wrong. I hear cheated. I hear stepped out. I hear ghosted. Yeah, in this particular group of situations, this was just a heartache. This could have been friends speaking behind your back. I hear and creating disharmony in the situation. I feel like it all stems from jealousy. It could be the way you look, your energy, your intelligence. It could be anything about you that has really kind of stuck that. I hear green with envy. So this could even have been a romantic partner or another half or, significant other. That had a jealous streak when it came to you. I don't know if it's like competition or not liking. I hear some of you glow up. So you may have been really working on yourself and probably doing so that you could enjoy this relationship and yourself and love yourself all that much more. Like I hear glow up for me, but I feel like if this is a partner, you made your partner feel and this isn't your fault, I hear, by any means is this your fault. You made them feel insecure, or they allowed themselves, we get there. They allowed themselves to feel insecure in the situation. It had nothing to do with the way you were acting. I feel like you were bettering yourself for yourself and to share with your partner. And for some reason, it was more of a trigger. Okay. So that's for some, so you understand what's kind of going on or what went on in that situation. I feel like I'm being told to come back to this. I feel like throughout all of these types of situations, your team is on deck for you and they are there for you, walking with you. Sometimes these things have to happen, or these really tough situations have to happen so we can grow through them and become a stronger, more authentic version of ourselves. Harvest. I feel like something really good is coming in this autumn season here. So it could be now, it could be today. I feel like something really beautiful is coming in. You may be seeing something with clarity, or a past situation. You may get some type of information about a past situation so you can see it with clarity. It might also help move you forward if there was a lack of forgiveness or apologies in the situation. Yeah, the moon. That person may have been going through a dark night or a dark period where they were stuck kind of in their shadow self energy. Everybody's here for growth and lessons. We all get to different things at different times. So no judgment at all. I mean, everybody goes through these really tough times to kind of find themselves. So maybe even just knowing that will help propel you forward. Air, ace, commitment. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like, again, this has to do with the mind. Somebody may have been struggling mentally and emotionally through situations in their life, and they may have taken it out on you. Just know, like I said, Spirit's kind of really just wanting to reiterate that it had nothing to do with you. And everything to do with the way they were feeling about themselves and the darkness that they were trying to pull to the surface so they can be lighter to move forward too. Sometimes we meet people just so that we can help them grow and help them see differently as they walk through life. They say people are here in our lives for they're either a lesson or a blessing. And as far as how long they're going to be in our lives, it's a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So, only time will tell how long that's going to be for these situations in our life. Okay, I'm being told to cut that there. I feel like really interesting. So we started off with that love reading. That was pretty cool. Some of you got a really interested person coming in. I'd love to hear how that pans out. Let's pull some letters. Letters and numbers. So yours, theirs, initials. I feel like a little more. I feel like this one's got to have more letters. Maybe more people watching this one. There's a C and an S and an N and an M and an L and an H and a T and an 8. 8 could be significant. 7. 87 could be for someone, a date. Okay, that's what we have. I'll let you pause your screen and check it out if there's anything in there for you. So we're going to sweep that to the side. Oh, that C didn't want to go. And now we are going to pull some charms for the collective. Spirit, are there any other messages you want to share? Okay, we have the seashell this time, so we're going to start there. I always have seashells in my mind as being a forever thing. I mean, they go through a lot. They get tumbled through the waves, and for a lot of creatures, it's a home, So this is wanting to find a home with your forever person. Some of you out there could be calling on Spirit, asking for assistance to find a forever partner. Just know that will come in. I feel like that energy is out there. Just keep doing the self-work, keep propelling yourself forward, stand in your power and your authenticity, and you will ultimately pull in big, beautiful things. It is literally inevitable. When you walk your path and you do so with passion and purpose, and you stand in your happy and your authenticity, big, beautiful things are a magnet to you. Okay, so that love will come in. We have ancestors and guides again coming through. I hear something about love and not wanting to pull in another clown or another person who's just going to mess with your feelings, and being afraid that that's what you're attracting. Don't focus over much on the fact that these lower energies kind of make their way towards you. You have to understand they see your light, and to them, you look like a great choice, which I'm sure you are, a big, beautiful, bright light choice. So, you know, you are going to attract lower energies who are subconsciously looking to elevate or looking to learn or looking to grow. You can say no. You know, you don't have to step into a relationship with someone who doesn't feel right for you, but they will come in, okay? I think some of you are afraid that that's all you're pulling in. Just know that there are beautiful matches for you out there. You may have to just wait a little while until the right one comes along, okay? But that doesn't mean that's all you're pulling in. But you may get a lot of this, especially if you're doing the soul work, okay? I hear electric. I hear shine. And I see a scepter. I hear rule. Yeah. Okay. So I'm hearing, you know, it's another stand tall in your power. And this is how divine sees you. They see you as this very powerful light in this world. You know, they see you as that creator in your own world. I hear hire, fire, and promote accordingly. So this is about people in your life. You know where they fit as far as the energy that you're giving out, what you want to give. Does it match what these people are giving you? You know, it's up to you. So don't be afraid to pull new people in, to minimize how you deal with others. You know, make those really important decisions for yourself. You know what's right for you, okay? Spirit's just kind of showing you as that emperor, empress in this lifetime. And I hear you have the pen, you have the paintbrush, create in your life what you want. You can pull it in. I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of really powerful manifestors. I feel like you've been on this journey, and now it's really time to put all that good energy into something. Put it into something to create something physical in your world. I feel like manifest that dream. Again, we have forever, but I feel like this is that dream. Manifest that forever dream moving forward. I feel like this might be a side project and you want to pour some light into that to help it grow and gain momentum. I hear now is the time to do that. Yeah, I hear creative project. I hear monetary gain. So this might be a side job or side work that you do, or a side project that will create monetary gain. So that is available to you or will soon be available to you. I hear it's preferable for moving forward. I feel like you know the way. I feel like for you, you are being guided, and I feel like you're being guided in the right direction. Not everyone is going to see where you're going on your path. So those who kind of, I'm hearing, are putting a roof over what you can grow through, don't allow them to do that. Don't let them put a ceiling over your head. I mean, you bust right through there and grow even bigger. I feel like they're telling you what their limits are, not what your limits are. You know, they're telling you where their self-confidence ends. And it doesn't have to be where yours does. Okay? So don't let anybody put a cap on what you can accomplish, is what I'm hearing. Because I feel like there are certain people out there who really need to hear that. Like, you're capable of so much more. Just because they couldn't do it doesn't mean you can't do it. All right, we have protection. I hear protection and sight. Um, some of you may be getting like intuitive hits about protection being around you and the reason for that protection, ancestors, guides, spirit, whatever that is for you. I feel like trust your intuition. If something feels off or someone feels off, trust that, okay? I feel like start trusting yourself again. You may have been in a situation that kind of diminished that self-trust or like believing in your intuition. I feel like there were lies in that situation that made you believe that your intuition was wrong when it was not. Okay, so that's for some. Love. This kind of reminded me of gears, and I don't know if someone is kind of going through like a heart healing or they're trying to heal certain parts of their heart. I hear broken emotionally. So for those of you who are going through a really rough time emotionally, call on spirit, call on guides, call on friends, family, a support group. Get that assistance that you need. Talk to a therapist. Just reach out. I feel like whoever it is who's suffering in silence, reach out. Get some, get someone who can help guide you in the direction of healing, okay? I feel like that is available to you. You just have to be brave enough to reach out and ask for help. We have a frog here. I hear Princess and the Frog. So somebody might love that movie out there. But I feel like this... Okay. I'm being told that this could be a past person that was kind of like a frog in the past, or you kind of viewed them as being like... I hear ick. Okay. So kind of ick in the past. Maybe they just had certain types of things about them that were not on the up and up, I feel like, or the way that they dated or the relationships or the type of people that they surrounded themselves with, whatever that was. I feel like this person may be coming back around, but like a different person. They may have grown through a lot of different situations. I feel like they may be coming back around as almost like a prince, you know, from the frog to the prince. So that's for some of you. You may recognize or hardly recognize is what I hear, this person when they come back around. They may be the type of person that now you wouldn't mind hanging around, okay? You know, people do learn, people do grow. So, you know, if you wanted to give this person a new opportunity, they may be looking for one. We have this little bat, and I hear trying to locate. Someone may be looking for you and maybe having a hard time trying to find you online. Perhaps you stepped away from being online so much. They may be trying to locate where you're living so they could drop by and say hi. Again, this could be definitely a past person. I'm feeling like trying to locate where you've moved to, or I feel like they just want to get, this could be a family member. This could be a family member that you were out of touch with for a while and they want to locate you so they can spend some time with you and I feel like get to know you again. So that's for some. I do feel like someone is actively searching for you. And I feel like there are a bunch of different situations. But I feel like someone is searching for you. And I feel like they will find you, but not in a bad way. I feel like this is in a very loving way. They may want to assist you or become part of your life or part of your support group or your support network. Something like that. Okay. We have the moon. I feel like dreams, again, I feel like we're highlighting dreams or dream state. You may have a bunch of strange dreams coming up. These may be borderline. They may have a darker hue to them. So they may be kind of nightmarish. They do have messages in them. So you could look up your dream meanings. And that might have something in there for you if you're suffering with nightmares of some sort. You can also pray about this, is what I hear, if it's frightening to you. I hear there also may be a child who's having nightmares. You may need to sit down with your little one and just comfort them. So that's for some. Seeing clearly. I hear wisdom, and I hear in all directions of time. So I feel like for those of you who are gifted, you may be gaining even more clarity with divine in your connection. So that's for some. For others, I feel like, yeah, I hear something about channeling messages. Your channels could become more clear. So that's also for some. For others of you who are not dealing with gifts and spiritual things like that, I feel like seeing the clarity, seeing with clarity in your life is something maybe you've been praying for, to see certain situations more clearly. I do feel like, or your path, trying to see your path more clearly. Sometimes we don't get that clarity until it's in retrospect, right? And sometimes it's further in the future that we actually find clarity about those situations. Sometimes it never comes and we have to just move forward, you know, just part of the journey. But I do feel like don't allow something to slow you down because you can't see where it's going to lead you. Don't be afraid, I hear, to take the fool's leap in certain situations, especially if you feel like you have something big and beautiful and bright to gain. Take a chance. I feel like you'll eventually see with clarity, you know? So, especially if this is a love situation, I hear. So that is what I have for you all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Ophiuchus tribe. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Bye.